Valerie Bertinelli is the cover star of this week's People, and she's opening up about loving herself after decades of worrying about her weight. She tells us she's learning to find the joy inside.
Bertinelli graced the cover of People in April of 2009, where she showed off her body in a green bikini. She had shed 40 pounds thanks to the Jenny Craig diet and a vigorous workout routine. But she tells us that while there's a lot of pride associated with that cover, there's also a lot of shame. She explains that while she worked hard physically, she wishes she had worked just as hard on her mental state.
Now, with some help from an interview series that she began on the Today Show in January, Bertinelli is finally facing the emotional issues that have plagued her for decades. The series is about finding a healthy mind-body connection. Bertinelli asks, quote, "How do I love me for who I am right now, today, in this body, at this age?"
Talking about her feelings hasn't always come easily for Bertinelli. She tells us that she traces that reluctance back to her childhood in Delaware. She's the third of 5 children, and she says she came into the world while her mother Nancy was grieving. Bertinelli's brother had tragically passed away at just 17 months old. She didn't learn about her brother's passing until she was a teenager, and sensed early on that her mother didn't know how to connect with her. She explains, quote, "My parents kept the tragedy locked inside. I now know my parents did the best they could."
Bertinelli became a working actor at 14, and that's when she became aware of how her body could affect her career. She says that scrutiny intensified when she landed the role of Barbara Cooper on the 70s sitcom One Day at a Time. She said this, quote, "I was always trying to be better, thinner, nicer, prettier."
And now at 60, Bertinelli is slowly letting go of the scale. She says, "Why do I have to know what number I am? I know it's really about the internal work."